What's going on? This time, I do not have a message. I have a story to tell, and it's my story. I'm gonna hit you guys with bits and pieces because it's quite a long story. It's a lot to comprehend and understand. So I'll fill in the blanks later on. Okay. So it's very important that we tell our stories and tell what we've been through in our childhood and our upbringing, and the traumas that we've been through. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm doing this for myself, but also I'm doing it for other people who have been through things and they're not comfortable to speak up about them. It's very important that we speak up about the things that we have been through and the experiences that we've had. So, long story short, for 38 years, I've been raised under the Bunn family and the Wright family. Um, Things were never perfect. A lot of times things were not good at all. I've had a tumultuous, very difficult upbringing, you know, but I'm not making excuses, but my upbringing was pretty bad. Um, but I never really sat down and investigated why my family treated me this way, why things were the way they were. Up until one point when I was having a discussion with my father figure, we had a debate and something spilled out of anger, which I caught. And he said that I wasn't even his, well, he didn't say that, but he said that I'm not even your father. He said that in an argument, which led me to investigate further. And I found out through the courts that I was adopted. It was an illegal adoption. I was shocked, but internally I was already questioning if this was my real family. Like, what if this wasn't my family? Pertaining to the way they were treating me and the way that I was treated and the way I was brought up, stuff like that. It wasn't a very pleasant upbringing. So I found out that I was illegally adopted, and which is fine. It led me to dig deeper. You know, and I started to find out some very dark realizations about my parents, my foster parents, my adopted parents. My adopted parents were into witchcraft, dark witchcraft. They're basically they like a crime family. My adopted parents were into some very, very dark things that I didn't know about. It's almost like I never knew who these people were, which I didn't. I didn't even know I was adopted for 38 years, and they were never going to tell me. Um, they weren't going to tell me, not because they loved me and they wanted to keep me safe. My adopted parents never loved me. They didn't have any love for me. In fact, that my parents envied me. They were jealous of me. They didn't like me. They were using me my whole entire life for finances, for money, inheritances that were owed and due to me. They stole all of that from me. I didn't even know it at the time. You know, um, I don't even know how I was adopted, by this family. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered as far as this adoption and the Bunn Wright family and how they had obtained the rights to my birth in the first place. But you know, I'm going to get to that, you know, very soon. I'm working every day. But my parents, to speed this up, we had a separation. I was finding out some very dark things that was going on with my friends, my family, my community. Um, I've suffered things like gang stalking. People following me. I've had my brake lines cut. I have razor blades in my food. I was poisoned by food and drink and marijuana. I was poisoned many times. Um, Sometimes when I would go out to the club, even out of town, groups of I guess you can call them gang members or whoever they were, would follow me. They would be trying to harm me, fight me, shoot me, all kinds of stuff, like that. But I never really put the pieces together then. I never would have thought that um, my family had anything to do with these occurrences that were going on in my life. Long story short, my family wanted me dead. They wanted to harm me. My adopted family wanted to kill me before I found out what they were doing, what they had done, you know, uh, in my childhood, in my teenage life, and in my adulthood. My adopted parents were stealing from me all this time. They used me for finances. They didn't adopt me out of love. Somehow they obtained my birthrights illegally so they could use me for money. This is not a situation where um, we have family and we just had disagreements. The family I was adopted into, or the families, for the majority of the part, in reference to my adopted mother and father, they were plain evil. They didn't like me. They didn't love me. They didn't treat me right. They disrespected me. They abused me. They manipulated me. They lied to me. They tried to kill me. And they still are up to it until this date because I have found out what has been going on. My adopted parents paid a hitman to kill me so I wouldn't find out what was going on, what they have stolen from me, what they are trying to steal from me. All this, I would say the majority of this is about finances and money, you know, greed, envy, jealousy. Not everybody, not every parent, not every family has love. Not every daughter or son is raised within love. Some of our family members are just plain evil. And this is what, you know, I've been going through. I've had to take years to sit down, study, and figure out what was going on, what happened, what transpired with me and this family. And I've come to many dark realizations. Um, things like my father figure was in extreme competition with me in everything. I didn't even realize it. I just, took it as hard discipline. I didn't realize that my father figure was in competition with me. He didn't like me. He didn't love me. He didn't give two shits about me. Neither did my adopted mother. It was something that I had to wake up from. You know, they tried to kill me plenty of times through poison, through sabotage and setups, paying people to do stuff to me. That's what my adopted parents do. They pay people to harm me. They tried it many times, and I've realized that. It took me a while to realize that because I didn't know where the stuff was coming from. I didn't know where all the street beef and drama was coming from. Because I usually stay to myself. I don't really bother nobody. I've been into some stuff, but I haven't been into any. I haven't been in any things that should result in me you know, people trying to kill me or harm me and stuff like that. So, I started to put the puzzles together, and I found out that my adopted parents have been trying to kill me for money. They still are trying to do it. Donnell Wright, Joyce Bunn, which her name is Joyce Ben Israel now because she was married. Those are my adopted parents who somehow obtained illegal rights to my birth, which we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to figure out what really happened when I was born because these are not my parents. They never were. This is not my family. They never were. And I want to know how they obtained rights to my birth. They've been trying to kill me for many years now, especially since I've ceased contact with them for many years. Probably about, I would say about 4 years or so. I haven't been in contact with the Bunn or Wright family because I started to figure this out. There's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of people involved in help try to set me up. A lot of my older friends were involved. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, and a lot of my older friends were involved in helping my adopted parents set me up. As I mentioned, my adopted parents they pay people to do things, so they can keep their hands clean. They pay people to do things to me and other people so they can uh, make it look like they're, not involved or anything, which is the furthest from the truth. These are really uh, downright evil people, you know. Um, they act like they're the greatest people in public. Behind closed doors, they're demons. And this is what I've been dealing with. But it's hard for people on the outside to come to terms with some of this stuff. One, because it's not their experience. Two, because these type of individuals put on good acts as if they're good people, and they're not. Just it is what it is. The truth is going to come to light, and everyone's going to see. But it's very important that we and I speak up about matters like this, is because there's a lot of this going on. It's more than what we think. When it comes to money, when it comes to finances, it seems like these days people will do anything. You know, friends and family, especially your family members, it seems like will do anything for money, especially if they have any envy or jealousy towards you. Money will give them an incentive to do almost anything to you. You know, a lot of people are out here killing people for money. A lot of people are out here setting people up for money. A lot of people are out here sabotaging people for money. And it's our friends, family, people that we hold, and we love, you know, the most. These are the people that's doing it, and that's just, what I had to figure out. It's the realizations that I came to. A lot of my friends weren't my friends. A lot of my family members, weren't my family. It's just a title, you know. Um, I've been through some dark stuff with these people, and truth is coming to light. They will be exposed, and they are being exposed. My family did try to kill me for money. They paid a hitman, you know. They paid other people to do things to me to harm me, which I know this sounds, could be far fetched to many people, but it's the truth, and I really don't care what other people think because this is my experience, and this is what I've been through, and this is what I know to be true, and it can be proven, and it will be proven, and very soon people are going to see the type of individuals these people are, and they're going to be brought to justice. And I hope that my story also motivates others to be confident enough to tell their own story and to seek justice in their own way. Don't seek revenge. Seek justice. There was a time where I was upset. You know, I wanted to seek revenge. I wanted to do all types of things, but I had to have another perspective. I needed to gain new understandings, new perceptions, things of that matter, and try to do things the right way. Because in situations like this, if for example, if I was to go out and get revenge on my family, I wouldn't have, I would have never be able to find out what truly happened. I would never found out what went on, who my real parents were. Um, I would have just been in the system, locked up, and case would have been closed, and they would have won. So, in situations like this, we got to take a step back and have second, third opinions and understandings. Just so we don't put ourselves in a situation that we don't deserve. There's a lot of evil people out here. There's a lot of people that will do anything for money, even kill people and set people up. Your friends or family. People. That's how people are these days. It's just the reality of the environment that we're in, and there's a lot of unhealthy minds walking around here, and I'm just here to shed light on my situation. And yeah, I found out that I was adopted illegally. Um, I'm not from this country. You know, there's still a lot of information for me to find out, but I feel like we're getting very close to figuring out what has went on. You know, with this illegal adoption by the Bunn and Wright family in Springfield, Massachusetts. I've been at the homeless shelter, Friends of the Homeless, for about 2 years now, and it seems like some of the employees here, I found out some of the employees here were affiliated with some of my family members, and a lot of weird and evil things were going on here at this homeless shelter against me. I've been through a lot of discrimination, been through a lot of racism, a lot of prejudice, a lot of unfair treatment here at this homeless shelter. And I found out it's all derived and all connected to me finding out that I was illegally adopted and my family not wanting me to find out that they have stolen everything from me and they want to continue stealing everything from me. I didn't know I had any inheritances or assets because I didn't know that I was adopted. So that enabled my adopted families to they were living off me, should I say? They were living off me my whole entire life, and I didn't even know it. You know, if this situation didn't come up, if you know, if this situation didn't play out the way it did, who knows if I would have found out or when I would have found out. But I'm grateful that I did. I'm grateful that I was led into this information. But I got to tell my story. And yep, I'm illegally adopted in Springfield, Massachusetts. My family put a hit on me to have me killed, so I wouldn't find out this information. So I wouldn't find out that they were stealing from me. So I wouldn't find out that they have stolen from me inheritances, money, um, houses, property, things of that nature that were owed to me, by my real family. They didn't want me to find any of this out. Um, and this is what's been going on. I haven't been speaking about this. I haven't been very vocal. I've been saying bits and pieces here and there because I'm still coming into new information. But I'm confident enough to tell my story, to tell the truth. And I hope this, motivates someone else to do the same. So I'm going to cut this short, and I'll be back with a couple. more parts to the story to fill people in. I know, I probably just been rambling a little bit, but this is a lot of information to expel at once, and it's going to take some time for me to appropriately, tell the story. So I thank you for listening, and hope I've inspired someone to tell their own story. And I will see you guys later. Peace.